Aloha, this is Cheryl in St. Joseph. We are doing angel card readings today, or angel readings, however you want to look at that. I have several different decks. I have little copies of the Doreen Virtue decks that are easier to carry around. So these are general readings, although they may be specific to one of you, depending on how you're feeling with them. So the first thing I picked up was take your power back. I say this to people all the time. What we're doing is we're in a period of time where people are getting really frustrated and starting to give up and feeling very low. We cannot allow ourselves to do that, because if we do that, things are going to get worse instead of getting better. You need to take your power back. This is Archangel Raziel. It says, use your God-given powers and abilities and intention to manifest the blessings in your life. So this is about really opening up to everything that you're meant to be, becoming empowered, and acknowledging that you do not have to settle. This is not about settling down into fear or negativity or depression of any kind. This is about taking our power back from those that are misusing it or that don't deserve it, and utilizing our powers for ourselves. So right now, the main message is take care of yourself and choose yourself first. So that's the first one. So this is funny because I was outside all day yesterday. This is the outdoors, Archangel Jophiel. So Jophiel says, go outside and get some fresh air. We need that vitamin D. One of the problems is that we go through too many periods of time where we are locked in our homes. We're not seeing anybody. We're not going outside. And although right now in 2021, it is because of COVID, if we're really honest with ourselves, many people do this voluntarily. They stay inside, they're on the computer all the time, they're not going out and getting enough sun, and they're not allowing themselves to have the healthy, vibrant life that they are meant to. So you need to be very aware of that and make sure that even in the colder weather, or whether it's sunny or even a little overcast, a little nippy, too hot, too cold, whatever, try and get outside on a regular basis. Doesn't necessarily have to be every day, but it should be at least once a week, if not more than that, if you can, to get outside and give yourself the freedom to be in nature. Nature is a very important part of that. Coming from a big city myself, I understand that some people are not in a position where you can really be around nature that much. So what you may want to do is go to a park where there's trees and or have green plants in your home. There have been studies done that show that having green plants in your home make you happier. It's just looking at them and seeing that life and feeling that energy. There's an exchange there. They also make the air quality better because plants breathe what we exhale and we inhale what they exhale. So it's a symbiotic relationship. I have 4 decks that I'm going to go through. So you have an idea of how long I'm going to take. Okay, so here's the next one. The next one is called the Healing with the Angels Oracle cards, is this one. And I had this deck for a long time. I have no idea where it is. It's probably in my storage unit somewhere. And then, or I may have given it to somebody. I tend to do that with a lot of my metaphysical tools. If I'm training someone or teaching someone, I often will give away my stuff to them. Hey, what is it we most need to know? Okay. Again, set your intentions. Where thoughts go, energy goes. And where energy goes, things manifest. So set your intentions. What is it that you want? One of the problems that we have is we often will worry about things, and that goes back to the worry card that we got a little bit earlier. And when we're worrying about something, two things are happening. One, it's a waste of your time and energy. And number two, you're going to put into manifesting that, because where your thoughts go, energy goes, and where energy goes, things manifest. We don't want to be manifesting negativity right now. We want to manifest positive things. We want to manifest things that we want and need that are going to bring health, wealth, and happiness to ourselves and our families. And the second card is blessings. This is telling us that you have what you need to move forward. Blessings tells us that your angels are with you. They're there to help guide you. All you need to do is ask for their guidance. And also that when you make your decisions through intention, that the universe rises up to meet you. If you're familiar with the Tarot at all, the Tarot has a card called the Fool, which is the very first card. And that card shows a young person who's about to step off a cliff because he's the fool. But some people read that card as stepping off into the unknown, and that the earth will rise to meet you, that the universe will conspire to help you. And to me, I find that to be true, because once you set your intention and you start moving in that direction, it's a lot easier for spirit to give you what you want and need in order to accomplish those goals. It's when we wander around in life and we don't know what we're doing and have no idea of what we want, that when we lose sight of our goals, that's when we lose the energy and the power to be able to create it. Okay, so then the last one are these are called Angel Tarot cards, Bradley Valentine, and these are still around, so you can still purchase these. Let's see what they say. And again, we're going to do 2 cards. One, two. So for those of you that don't know, one of the mythologies around the tarot or tarot cards is that there is an angel assigned to each card. The angels ensure that you get the cards that you need. Whatever you most need to hear, or whatever is most important for you to hear, is what comes out when you set your intention into your deck. Okay, so we have number 1 is the 6 of water. I don't know how well you can see these. This is, it looks like 2 little mer children playing, and you see the chalices down there. So the 6 of water, 6 is the number of love and beauty. But what this is referring to is sometimes we romanticize the past. So as we move away from something, we tend to romanticize it, which means we either make it much bigger than it was, or we might make it smaller than it was. And it's always like the good old days, and we forget about everything else that was going on because we're only focused on one thing. Mm-hmm. Spirit is saying, if you're going to do a past review, you want to be more accurate with it. You want to be more open to looking at both sides and seeing what's going on there. When we look at things, especially things that have harmed us, any type of trauma, if we take the broader view on things and we try to look not just from our perspective, but from an overreaching perspective, what we can do then is kind of understand maybe what the lesson is and where everybody was coming from. Key to this is not to take things personally. Like, that's going to be my mantra probably forever. Don't take things personally. Even if somebody means things that way, you don't have to take it that way. Part of taking your power back is also knowing that you get to choose what you're allowing into your energetic field, what you're allowing to impact you, especially in your heart and your mind. It's not just automatically going to do that. We allow things to give us impressions. We can refuse it. That's not to say that there's no such thing as real trauma where like it's just so overwhelming that you can't help but to take it in. However, we do have the choice whether or not we want to move into healing that, whether we're going to try to cover it up and make it like become a bad foundation, or whether we're going to ignore it and act like it never actually happened. That is our choice. So there are always choices. They may not be the kind of choices maybe that you want to make. Then we have the Knight of Water. Isn't that? And I find it interesting that both of these cards were water cards. I did shuffle the cards, and you saw as I went through and was showing them earlier that they were not in order by the different suits. Water is the suit of emotion. So water is your emotional body. That is your emotional life. Six of Water is about beauty and perception and art and creation. The Knight of Water is about working with what you have in order to move forward. So it can be, again, very contemplative, where you're thinking about things in the past, or you're thinking about what you want. Again, referring back to intention, referring back to where energy goes. You know, things manifest. We need to be very aware of what we're thinking and where we're putting our energy nowadays. More important than it has ever been in the history of my lifetime. Anyway, I'm a half a century old, so it's been a while. This is also about the need to balance emotions. So not to allow your emotions to run everything. There needs to be a balance there. There needs to be a little bit of tempering, so that you're not overwhelmed or running wild or too naive. It's great to be enthusiastic, but if you're enthusiastic to the point of peril, you need to pull back a little bit. So it's about weighing what is there and trying to keep your energy and your emotions in balance. So that was our reading for the day. I'm going to pull one more card. I'm going to pull from this tarot deck just for an overreaching. Okay. Oh, this is good. So this is for all of us. It is the 10 of Earth. Earth is about material possessions, obviously, like physical things. Earth would be akin to Pentacles if you had the regular tarot deck. So what this is depicting is this beautiful scene of this, what looks to be a family. They're very happy. Some of them have wings, expressing freedom and love, and they're around this lush green, and green is about healing. Excuse me. It's also about growth, and it's part of the heart chakra. We have yellow, which is talking about being balanced, because that's our sacral, not our sacral, our solar plexus chakra. And it's also about intelligence. So it's about using our head as well as our heart when making decisions. And this looks like a family of angels or fairies, because they all have wings. So they're all spread wide and open to whatever is coming. There's a lot of abundance, and it shows that if you find magic in life, in the little things, and there's magic everywhere, that your life can be much more joyous. And isn't that what we would all like, to have an undercurrent of joy, to be empowered and to know that that's what we want and what we're looking for. So that was the card. If you enjoyed our journey and you would like to learn more, or would like to work with me personally, you can contact me on my website, Relationship Coach, GSJ.com. That's Relationship Coach, G as in girl, S as in sum, J as in Joseph.com. Or you can look me up on my website, GeraldineSt.Joseph.com. I have plenty of free stuff out there. I also have play for pay. Contact me when you're ready to have a quantum leap in your consciousness